Right, I've just turned the main master shut off, so I've turned those on, and there's no lights on anywhere, so all that's dead. That's the inverter. That's all dead. Nothing's coming on. Even the interior lights have gone out. Still got power going to that because I took that directory. That is direct to the battery to be able to get the proper power from the shunt. So that's still connected. That's the only one with a live up there. Switches off. Take it all inside. I'm not going to put that back on the roof fan because I'll just use it manually. I've only got Spot nowadays, and 99% of the time she's with me. I think I've used it about 3, maybe 4 times ever since I put it in there. So I'll take it out and I'll use it to turn the inverter on and off for the fridge, and hopefully that'll work that way. Put a separate switch so I can turn inverter on all the time, because it'll be on there. It'll be on that inverter switch there, and it'll also go onto the spare. Right, got all that out anyway. So all the wires are there. I've labelled them all again. So that was a lot of work. Microwave, by the way. Wow, that's heavy. Got all those glued down. That's just to give it that little extra reinforcing around the edges, and have a little shelf on the end. Just drill the 2 holes to screw the roof supports in. There's going to be no weight in there now whatsoever, so that'll do that. Yeah, they ain't moved, so that'll just get screwed together, glued and screwed. Got the front panel on, temporarily screwed. Cut some edging on the edges, because I'm going to have a cigarette lighter up here and USB, and of course I can then put my phone on there at night time. So I got proper countersunk chrome screw things. That's why I haven't countersunk, because I haven't even screwed it on tight yet. That's done. Still all clamped up, just waiting for the glue to go off. And that is, let's have a look. Some of that shaped stuff. I don't know whether you can quite see that. Yeah. It's just the right size for this thickness board. That's only a thin piece of board. Still got to cut all the switches into there yet. I might put one of those fuse boxes in there on the wall and fuse everything individually. Again, even though they're fused in the box under the seat, they've still run up inside the wall. So I might do. It just makes it easier connection. And that's it so far on that one. Right, got them all out of the box. Don't know where I'm going to put them yet. So let's just keep them all close together. Yeah, there's everything bar the temperature controller. Yeah, and then I'll put that one in there and there. Yep. So that's the variable output, the two-way switch. Double pole switch. Switch the fan either way. That's where it's going. Made my mind up. Yep. What? What? Oh. Right, done that. That's in there. So I can still get to all those. I can still get to all the bulbs if I want to put them back in. Just got to wire that one up now in a while. So all I've got to do now is drill a hole, put that one in, and that one goes behind it. Alright, well, I've got to countersink it this side, and double pole, double throw switch. On, off, on. It just reverses the polarity, and it's just started to rain. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I can. And I got power tools out, so I got to put it away.
But if you leave them out and it's very nice and shiny.
Whoa. Only when they're wet. But they won't work after they've been wet. Right, there you go. That's that done. I've got room there for other switches if I need them. Loads of room there for others. But that's what it's like on the back. And that's easy enough to push the wires back on there. It's easy enough to wire that up. I'll put that on its side this time. And that's the double pole, double throw switch. So that's it. Just gonna. That's the rest of the shelf I've made to go put it to box it in. So I'm just gonna put a fag lighter. I've got fag lighter and everything in there, and I'll put it in there. So I can plug him in. There's a light going underneath it. Yeah. And I'm also going to drill a hole underneath and put a vent in him, just to ventilate it a bit. Don't think it needs it, but you know, because I got it, I'll use it. Right, I got the microwave off. It came down to there. Well, it was always very, very close to touching the top of the telly, and like the telly is, I've had to leave the telly on a gimp. He isn't upright, so when it comes out here, the telly's on a slope. But anyway, of course, I got this conduit, this black conduit down here, and if I get the box and put the box back up where it's supposed to go, roughly, put the box back up there where it goes roughly, you can see I'm gonna have to take that board off now. So I gotta take the USB fan, take that board down. I got another piece of conduit in the conservatory, so I'll run that from there up to the edge of that board, and then I'll take those cables inside that board and bring them out by the fuse box. I'll put a fuse box in there. Well, just in case I do put other things up in there. You never know. So I've just put a fuse box in, mainly to have an earth buzz bar, really. But I know these two here are alive. Well, that one's alive, so I'll put him on a fuse. Put him on the thing and take him out as alive on the fuse. Because that's the extractor fan. Yeah, those two come from the extractor. Those come from the batteries. From the fuse box down in that seat. Yeah, in that seat, because they run up in that conduit. So, right, mission accomplished. That's running the USB fan. That's the cigarette lighter. Little switches on here. This is the rear lights. All working. That's the rear. I'll flick the fan. I don't know whether you see it in there, but that's the rear extractor fan. That's the fridge van. You might be able to hear it if I go to the back of the fridge. Just about. Water pump. I know that works, I've just tried it. And the inverter. That's the, I'm pulling no power. That's the extractor fan at the front here. That's that one. And if I turn him on, right, that's on very, very low speed. You see what wattage and amperage is pulling? 1 watt. 0.06 of an amp. Faster I get, the more it starts to pull. And I'll go flat out to see what he is pulling. Amps, 42 watts. That's loud though. I never have it on that fast. I do only have it on the very slow one. So that's it. Microwave. I haven't put the TV back on the wall yet. You only just slots on there anyway. I have raised that out. That's all done. And it just doesn't look as cumbersome now. It just does not look as cumbersome. Right, I got it all back to some normality now. Stood my cushions up. I did put some Velcro on the back, but it won't stick to the sheet, so I'll get the sewing machine out again. So that's done. I'll leave that there. I'll take the drill in with me. So again, that's all up and running. I'm chuffed a bit, so I've got that done. Well, I don't know whether I'm chuffed that I've lost my microwave. But of course I use metal brackets. I screwed them quite bloody tight too. And the carpet's decompressed, but that'll come out with time. That's dust and glue. It'll come off eventually. And every time I have the vacuum out, I vacuum the walls as well. There's some Velcro there. I'll stitch those on the back of the glue's gone off it. Well, this is one you stitch on anyway. I'll stitch them on, especially this one, because this one keeps falling over. I'll put some underneath that cushion, because that cushion, when I'm sat on it, slides forwards. My fat ass. So, yep, that's done. Chuffed a bit. It says it's 20 degrees in here. I don't know how true that is. And it's wet. And you've just put your finger on it. Yes. Yeah? The glue's all the way over there.